Hey guys, today we are going to do nodal analysis and all the concepts related to it. Firstly, we are going to do questions which will contain only independent sources, and then we will do questions which will have both dependent as well as independent sources. And lastly, we will do question on supernodes, and we will discuss the concepts of supernode while doing that question itself. So firstly, we are going to look at question number 1. Now in question number 1, we can see that we only have the independent sources present. So we have to calculate the nodal voltages using nodal analysis. Now we are going to assume current in each branch. That is, in this branch we will assume current to be I1, which will be equal to 5 ampere. In this branch we will assume current to be I2, and here I3, and similarly I4 over here, which is equal to 10 ampere, and I5 will flow from V2 to 0 voltage, that is I5. Now at node 1 we are going to apply KCL, that is KCL at node 1. From there we will get I1 is equal to I2 plus I3. That is, now we will write these in the form of V by R. That is, we know the value of I1 is 5, and here I2 can be written as V1 minus V2 by 4. As we know that current flows from a high voltage to a low voltage, that is why we will first write V1 and then we will write V2. Now similarly for I3 we will write the equation as V1 minus 0 upon 2 ohm. Now we have written 0 over here because this part of the circuit is grounded. That is, over here also we have 0 voltage. So that is V1 minus 0 upon 2 is equal to I3. Now similarly we will solve this and we will get 20 is equal to V1 minus V2 plus 2V1. Or on further solving you will get 3V1 minus V2 is equal to 20. Now we will do the same thing at node 2. That is, we will apply KCL at node 2 also. That is, from here we will get I2 plus I4 is equal to I1 plus I5. That is, now we will similarly convert this into the form of V by R. That is V1 minus V2 by 4 plus 10, as we know the value of I4 is 10, equal to I1, that is 5, plus V2 minus 0 by 6. That is in this branch. Now similarly on solving this we will get minus 3V1 plus 5V2 is equal to 60. Now as we can see that we have got two equations. That is, let us name this equation as equation 1 and this as equation 2. Now we are going to solve these equations for the value of V1 and V2. That is, on solving for V1 we will get the value of V1 as 40 by 3 or 13.33 volts. Similarly, when we will find the value of V2 we will get V2 is equal to 20 volts. Now we have found out the value of V1 and V2 using nodal analysis. Now we are going to do another question in which we will also have dependent sources along with the independent sources. Now in question number 2 we have to calculate the node voltages V1, V2 and V3 using nodal analysis. So first of all we are going to assume currents in each branch. That is, in this branch we will assume I1 to flow, and in this branch we are already given the current, that is Ix, and over here also we are given 3 ampere. Now we will assume I2 to flow from here, that is from V2 to V3, and similarly I3 will flow from V2 to 0. Now at node 1 we will apply KCL and we will get 3 is equal to I1 plus Ix. Now here we will convert the value of I1 and Ix in the form of V by R. That is, we will write it as V1 minus V3 upon 4 plus V1 minus V2 upon 2. Now on rearranging this we will get 3V1 minus 2V2 minus V3 is equal to 12. Let us name this equation as equation 1. Now similarly at node 2 we are going to apply KCL. That is, from there we will get the equation as Ix is equal to I2 plus I3. Now we will write this in the form of V by R. That is Ix will be written as V1 minus V2 by 2 is equal to V2 minus V3 by 8 plus V2 minus 0 by 4. Now on rearranging this, you will get minus 4 V1 plus 7 V2 minus V3 is equal to 0. Now at node 3, we are going to apply KCL again. From there we will get the equation as I2 plus I1 is equal to 2Ix. Now we will convert this in the form of V by R, that is I2 will be written as V1 minus V3 by 4 plus V2 minus V3 by 8 is equal to 2 into V1 minus V2 upon 2. Now on solving this further, you will get the final equation as 2V1 minus 3V2 plus V3 is equal to 0. That is equation 3. And let us name this equation as equation 2. Now that we have got 3 equations and we have 3 variables, that is V1, V2 and V3, we will solve these simultaneously by using elimination method and find the value of V1, V2 and V3 separately. Now previously we obtained these 3 equations using KCL at node 1, node 2 and node 3. Now we are going to solve these to find the value of V1, V2 and V3. So firstly, we are going to add equation 1 and equation 3. That is, from there we will get V1 minus V2 is equal to 2.4. Now secondly, we are going to add the equations 2 and 3. That is, from there we will get the equation between V1 and V2. That is, V1 is equal to 2V2. That is, we will name this equation as equation 4 and this as equation 5. Now we will put equation 5 in equation 4. That is, put 5 in 4. From there we will get the value of V2 as 2.4 and simultaneously we will get the value of V1 as 4.8 volts, as we know that V1 is equal to 2 into V2. Now as we have got the value of V2 and V1, we will simply put these values in equation number 2, or you can put this in equation 3 also. So let us put this in equation 3. From there we will get the value of V3 as minus 2.4 volts. Now guys, we have found out the values of V1, V2 and V3 using nodal analysis. Now we are going to do another question, that is question number 3, in which we will have a supernode and we will discuss the concepts of supernode along with the question itself. Now first we will see the definition of a supernode. That is, a supernode is formed by enclosing a dependent or an independent voltage source connected between two reference nodes. That is, suppose we have an independent source over here which is connected between two non-reference nodes, that is V2 and V3. So this is a supernode. If it had been a dependent source over here, then also it would have been a supernode, as it is formed by both, that is dependent and independent voltage sources. But keep in mind that it is only formed by voltage sources and not by current sources. Now first thing to keep in mind is that while assuming the currents in each branch, we will not assume current to flow from this branch. That is, we will not write any current between V2 and V3. Similarly, if we have an element that is connected in parallel to this circuit, that is to this part of the circuit, suppose we have a resistor over here, say R. So similarly, we won't assume any current to flow over here. That is, in both of these parts, we will not assume any current to flow. Let us understand this by an example. That is, let us suppose that I1 is flowing in this branch, I2 is flowing over here, but we won't assume any current to flow in these two branches, that is in the R resistor branch and in the 5 volt battery branch. And let us assume I3 to flow from V3 to 0 voltage. Now we will write the KCL equations as I1 is equal to I2 plus I3. That is, we will assume that I3 is flowing from this part, but we will not write it. That is, we have written I1 is equal to I2 and I3 without considering this part. Now the second thing to remember is that we have to use the super node to find the voltage equation. That is, we can write V2 minus V3 is equal to 5 volts. We have written V2 first because the positive sign is facing to V2 and the negative sign is facing V3. That is why V2 minus V3 is equal to 5 volts. That is, first we applied KCL equation, that is this equation, and secondly we applied the KVL equation about the super node. So now we will be doing a question on super node which will make this concept much clearer to you. Now in question number 3 we have to find the voltages, that is V1 and V2, and here we can also see that we have an independent source which is between two non-reference nodes, that is V1 and V2. So 2 volt over here forms the super node. Now you must remember that we also have an element connected in parallel to the super node, that is the 10 ohm resistor. So this part of the circuit will also not allow any current to flow through it. That is, we won't consider any current to flow through it. So now we are going to assume current in each branch. That is, 2 ampere is already flowing over here. So we will assume I1 to flow from here. That is from V1 to 0 volts. Similarly, we will not consider any current to flow through these two branches. So I2 will flow from here. And 7 ampere is already flowing in this branch. So now we are going to write the KCL equation. That is 2 is equal to I1 plus I2 plus 7. We have got this equation by looking at the junction at V1 and V2. That is, 2 ampere is going into the junction and I1, I2 and 7 ampere current are flowing out of the junction. So we got 2 is equal to I1 plus I2 plus 7. Now we will apply the second step for a super node. That is, now we will find the equation for voltages. That is, we will write V2 minus V1 is equal to 2 volts. This we got from the super node. We have written V2 first because the positive part of the battery is facing V2 and the negative part of the battery is facing V1. Now even if you remove this part of the circuit, that is, if you remove the 10 ohm resistor, it won't make any difference because we have no use of this resistor in this circuit as it is connected parallelly to a super node. If the 10 ohm resistor had been connected over from this point to this point, then we would have considered it. But now it is connected across the 2 volt voltmeter, that is across a super node, so we won't be considering it. Now we will be converting this equation in the form of V by R. That is, we will write 2 is equal to V1 minus 0 by 2 plus V2 minus 0 by 4 plus 7 ampere. On solving this, you will get 8 is equal to 2V1 plus V2 plus 28. So from here we have got two equations. That is, let us say this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. From here we will get the value of V1 and V2 by elimination method. That is, on solving we will get the value of V1 as minus 7.333 volts and we will get the value of V2 as minus 5.333 volts. Now guys, keep the concepts of super node in your mind as it is a very important concept, and you should remember that you do not have to put any current in these two branches. And the first step should be to write the current in all the other branches and write the KCL equation, and then you should write the KVL equation using the super node, that is this equation. And you can remove the 10 ohm resistor as it is connected directly across the super node. So I hope guys that node analysis concept must have become very clear to you, and now you would be able to do all the questions related to it.